Sometimes it takes a great game to remind me what a great game feels like. The Japanese development studio Vanillaware managed to produce a game that drew me in from the start. Let's get the discussion of the title out of the way. Unicorn Overlord. Now, I've heard plenty of YouTubers scoff at the name, but my impression is that the game title is kind of tongue-in-cheek. I've also heard that the developers were inspired by games like Tactics Ogre, and when you play the game, you will actually see how the name is intertwined with the story, and hopefully you'll grow to love it too. I actually never once questioned the game's name. It not only fits the developer's unique art style, but it also appeals to those of us who like tactics games like Disgaea and Fire Emblem. Besides the name, I think it's safe to say that Vanillaware's art style is probably the second most eye-catching part of the game. I've played a bit of their previous title, Dragon's Crown, and I've had my eye on Odin Sphere and 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, but Unicorn Overlord is the one that struck me as the no-brainer. Their art style is beautiful and seems to incorporate elements of a softer watercolor texture blended with this 2D HD feel and that classic flash art style. These are the components that Vanillaware makes their trademark. I have a feeling that tactics lovers will look at this game as kind of the new gold standard, but I also feel this judgment of AAA gamers who think, what is that quirky looking game? My advice, if you're just getting into tactics, trust the game. Let it transport you into the genre and just enjoy your time with it. The story is interwoven into the action of the game in ways that reminds me of Chained Echoes. I loved my time with Chained Echoes, and so far, I'd say that Unicorn Overlord's pacing is even better. My first impressions are based off of the time allotted by the demo, and there was never a point where the game loop felt tedious. The story starts off with betrayal, palace intrigue, and the dawn of war. But more than that, the story compels the player to care about the characters and the unraveling of the main character's powers as new game mechanics unfold. You'll meet new companions via the overworld map and have the option to recruit them by engaging in their side quests. You can talk to NPCs, visit towns, and often you'll unlock in-game cutscenes that help flesh out the world. This is the type of game that makes it easy and effortless to just wander and get lost. There's enough interaction between the gameplay systems for Unicorn Overlord to feel like a treat the whole time. The core gameplay loop of engaging in tactics battles is incredibly satisfying. I have been burned by unbalanced games where you almost have to have a crystal ball or an extreme stroke of luck to survive a battle. While learning the breadth of mechanics built into this game, I decided to kick my feet up and play the game in story mode. I thought maybe I'd regret that decision, but honestly, so far I've had fun learning the intricate details of the game with low stakes and no pressure. Unicorn Overlord is a deep strategy RPG. There is so much going on, and I'm glad that I've been able to enjoy the process. Tactics games have this tendency to draw in players who love a challenge, but I think the genre would grow if players felt safe to experience the story, learn the mechanics, and get the chance to love the game before they get beaten over the head with insane difficulty spikes. XCOM 2 and War Tales, I'm looking at you. I love when I feel like I can solve a combat challenge without poring over a step-by-step guide. So far, I've felt compelled to use every advantage at my disposal, whether it be training battles, recruiting companions, purchasing mercenaries, gathering resources, or equipping the best armor and weapons at my disposal. I just wanted to share those thoughts with you in case you've been thinking about grabbing this one. It's been super fun to dive into this game this past week, and I really look forward to hearing your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments down below what's your favorite strategy RPG. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.